Hey, nobody's out there, right? Good. Alright. I always say, like, nobody should watch this. But this time, nobody should. You really shouldn't watch this because I'm in a really dark. Just I don't know. Just. Oh God. Just fucking kill me already. Just fucking kill me. Anyway, what do you have to say, Sean? Just, I'm really hopeless. I'm really hopeless, and I'm just gonna say really fucking dismal, pathetic shit. Like real, just like darkest dark, like low life, just dead end shit. Just don't watch this. But I can't stand to just. I shouldn't even make this video. What's the point? Just you really shouldn't watch this. I'm gonna upload this, but like, this is like I shouldn't even be doing this. Like basically, I should like die alone. I should die in silence. But I can't stand it. Like it's I'm too isolated, and I can't stand the fucking loneliness. And so I'm gonna make this video, but like I'm telling you beforehand, like if you're watching this, therapists, they charge a lot of money to listen to people's personal garbage. And you can just ask, you can ask ChatGPT, like, it's bad to listen to people's, like, dirty laundry, dark shit. It's bad, testing. Okay, I give up. I really give up. I really want to just, I don't know what to do anymore. Like, I'm taking testosterone. I can't win at life. Like, the whole fucking life was fucking stupid. Like, if I was skinny, like when I was skinny, I was too lame to get a woman. I can't move forward in life without a woman. I can't function. I can't talk to people. I'm old already. And I was fucked the whole time. Like, I suck. My fucking teeth suck. I'm this shitty, lame, big nose, small mouth person who just, even if I get good, I still suck. Women are like, no, you suck. And now it's just hopelessly old, and just the whole fucking life was just like, I'm gonna get good. I never could have gotten good. I was always too lame. I always have this like weakness. I always was a weak bitch. I was always fucking like wimp out, and it didn't matter what I do. I could take I tried steroids, I tried skydiving, I tried jobs, I tried self-talk. I still suck. The genetics suck, and there's no getting around it. And now the age just sucks, and so now my eyes are falling apart, and the whole life was just like, can't I get good? And like never good, never like good enough. Always like, you still kind of suck. And just the teeth are small, like the nose is big, the jaw is weak, the whole just the genetics were just fucked. And I always had this craving for pussy, and if I tried, how do I get a woman? She's like, you're too weak and fucked up. And I'm like, I can't win. Like, I was fucked from, and so I just sheltered by my parents, a lot of whining, and now just no hope. Like, I'm on these steroids. They're making me look like shit, but if I don't take the steroids, my neck is shriveling because I'm old, and I'm just gonna have these weak little fingers, and just, there was no hope ever. There was no, the whole life, and then the people are all just like, it's your fault. It's your fault. It's your attitude. No, like I obviously I'm not good enough. I was never good. Like no women ever liked me except bossy women who wanted to take advantage of me. And then I'm a wimp. And even if I did jujitsu, I won a jujitsu tournament, I still am like, you coward. You're not cool. And so I'm like, I couldn't get better. Like, I just have these cravings. I can't appease cravings. Now the game's fucking over already. I'm 45. I look like an old man. There's like gray hair and like shriveling. And just, if I look at them, I'm just like, even if I cut my hair, I look like an old guy. I was trying to like grow my hair out and be like, Like, if I grow my hair out, I can, I don't know, when I was young, if I grew my hair out and I stayed skinny, I could just be pretty, but I was still this lame-o. Like, all you had to do was just, anytime, if you would have shaved off the hair and just shown my normal body, it just sucks. It was always weak, it was always unattractive, just not good enough. And so, not good enough to get a job, not good enough to make it in life, and now just old and too much deterioration. Like, just, I'm down and I'm not getting back up. And so I really should just die. I should, like, I was looking at my video yesterday. I made some video and I was watching myself. Joe Biden was all like deteriorated, and he had like this, like, as I'm getting older, there's like this whiteness in my eye. Like, I have to squint my eye because I can't really see very well. If I wear glasses, I'm totally fucking ugly. But I'm not, I can't be really hot or attractive enough to get anybody I'm attracted to anyway. And so it's just, I'm just dead. I'm just dead in the fucking water. It doesn't matter what I do. It's just going to be varying degrees of patheticness. And it's going to be more and more. Like, this is, my videos are just going to get, like, really just, like, grim and death and just old, shitty colostomy bag. Like, just fucking death. Anyway. Are you possibly exaggerating? No, it's just like, there's no fucking... Anyway. So why are you making this video? Because I come to this video just for some warmth. I just, like, I have nowhere to go. And I'm just dying and just... And this is all just more evidence of my patheticness. No matter what you do, ultimately it's just expression of your, whatever the fuck you are, which is your genetics. And the whole life is just like, your genetics suck, and everything is just like, look at my shitty genetics. And the life is like, you're bad, you suck. And then the football player, his whole life is like, we love your genetics, you're strong, you're brave, you're wonderful. Yeah, he got good shit. The whole life was good with some bad spoons. No, I earned it. Yeah, whatever. I did a lot of shit. None of it caught on. I couldn't keep it together. It was all fucking hopeless. If I look at the whole fucking life, it was just a lot of fucking effort, and then, like, flimsy, like, falling apart. Like, just the whole fucking life was like, I'm working, I'm gonna do it, and then just, I can't do it, I can't do it, and then just falls apart. And I never could do it. Even, like, the jocks, their parents, they would look at me when I was a kid, and they're like, he's a wimp, he's a runt, he's gonna fucking, he's not going in. They knew when I was a kid, when they have, like, little sheep and stuff, they have the little weak runts, and they just kill him. They know, yeah, there's no hope for that guy. He shouldn't even breed. He's just going to make more little runt weaklings who are going to cry and not do anything useful. And they do that with animals. They just fucking, runt, just fucking kill it. But with humans, they go, no, you can do it. And they shouldn't do that, because then it's just a lifetime of, like, I'm going to do it. And they're like, oh, yeah, we believe you. And then just, you can't do it. You can't handle it. You're going to crumble. You're going to fall apart. And so the whole life was just fucking stupid, inept, useless, incapable person who can't handle anything, being paid for by my dad, who also, like, can't really do, he could just barely do. And my dad was just like, he's all, like, timid and doesn't function as a man either. And so he's just this, it's a timid, dysfunctional, incapable man taking care of a timid, dysfunctional, incapable son, and just no one cares, just stuck in some, and now I'm just gonna fucking die. The whole life was like that. The whole life was like, and then if I cleaned up my act, it was like, oh yeah, like, maybe I'm gonna do it. Just years and years and years of, like, work, I'm working, I'm gonna do it, but just get in the arena, just fucking, I can't do it. Even if I got it, I'd be like, I can't handle it. And so whatever it is, the job, the wife, I wouldn't be able to handle it. I'd be like a few minutes, and I'd be like, I can't do it. I don't even understand, like, why people do it. I'm like, the world is this, it's a big scary place. There's, like, sex and money and work, and it's so scary and so hard. I'm just gonna hide at my dad's house. Just fucking, I should have been killed. Like, I really, the whole life was just stupid. I'm born into a world that I never could function in, and I tried so much fucking shit, and it didn't matter what I tried. I just, you can, what do they say? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You can like pump up some weakling dude, but like eventually you go, okay, we fucking gave you 10 years of college, we did your jiu-jitsu class, we gave you public speaking classes, you did a lot of practice. Can you function on your own? No, I can't do it. And just fucking, that's my whole life. My parents are just like, and then my mom just basically goes, fucking, you weakling man, to my dad. She goes, you fucking pay for him. And so here I am in my dad's thing with my mom just going. The whole life was like that though. And I think it's, if you could just, I know they say like ownership, like you need to believe in, you're responsible for your life. I know I did that a lot, but like, I get why women won't fuck me though, because they know it. That was the beginning of this whole ridiculous, embarrassing, hopeless, humiliating joke of a life. Is just this ugly woman. Let's just be total bottom barrel. Let's just like and make fun of my parents, who are the only person who even take care of me at all. Let's just be totally rotten son of a bitch. Who cares? I don't even care. That's a really bad sign. It's like, I don't even care about reputation or anything. I just want to say something to not think about death. So like, what? And I know you want it. If somebody's watching this, I know that if I make a video where I say I seem like a total loser, it gets more views. So I'm like, whatever, fuck it. You can just kick me. I'll kick me when I'm down. I'm not gonna watch the views, so I'll sound like a total fucking loser. I know you like that, and then I can cry publicly, so I don't feel riddled with hopeless loneliness, and it's a win-win situation. And so I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna go, just forget even trying to sound good at all. Just be like, yeah, my mom, she was ugly, and she should have just, she shouldn't have, she picked some nerd guy who failed at his dream, and like, the musical chairs of dating has ended. Come on, nerd, what do you say? Let's do this life thing again. Let's have some weak kid. And she shouldn't have done that. She should have just tried to get pretty. And she picked some, my dad was like a weak, defeated guy, and she's like, I'm gonna put you to work. And the ugly lady and marries the weak guy, and you get this, and the whole life is like, no women like me, and I can't function in a job because I fucking suck genetically. My brother, he's not really doing the man role either, and I just think like it's really clear, I think it's just clear worldwide that like you can't change your genetics, and just pretty women are like, we know, and that's why we're only fucking bad boys or strong men, and then we're becoming single moms, and then we're gonna try to find some loser guy who has nothing better to do than to serve me and pay for me with some labor, doing some tedious shit that nobody wants to do. That's the new people already figured this out. I'm so isolated, I'm so clueless, I don't even really know that like people have been talking on Reddit and Twitter about this forever and comparing notes, and probably like 15 years ago when I was like, I'm gonna do it, I'm working on my thing, there was some people, there's women and men who basically said, oh, like the women are like, you should just fuck bad boys and strong men, because otherwise you're gonna have this like weak, fucked up, incapable little nerd kid who can't function in the world. And so they're like, fuck you, I'm not dating a nerd anymore. We've seen this cycle before. People have seen many examples of people like me, and then they shared notes online, and now the women are just like, like I'll fuck a strong man or a bad boy, and if he won't stay with me, at least I'll have like a strong, capable kid, and then I'll get some loser guy who's working at some accounting job to slave away from me as the queen. They've compared notes, and they're just like, yeah, duh, like that's. And so, meanwhile, I'm like, somebody fuck me, and the women are like, you might think that you're strong and capable. You might do a bunch of practice and workouts and bullshit to fake that you're strong and capable, but we know 1 second you are a flimsy, falling apart weakling, And I was the whole fucking time. It doesn't even matter if I take steroids. Like now that I'm taking testosterone, I've done all this shit like over and over when I was younger and more prime. And it was always just like, even if I do the shit, like even if I do whatever the fuck it is, all the help, the genetics are still like falling apart, weak, freaking out. And so now I can't even be cute anymore. Like now that I shaved my head, and I'm getting old. I know how this goes. I've taken steroids before. I tried all this same shit. Like I tried like, can I get a woman and a job if I just be skinny nerd? No, not anybody that I'm attracted to, because I'm not man enough. I don't even really like women enough. That basically, unless I take testosterone, I can't even like go to a woman. My whole thing was like, maybe if I get skinny and pretty, some pushy fat lady will come boss me around. That was what my dad did. That's what we can do. Actually, it's in the fucking genetics. Like my brother, I don't want to knock my brother. Let's say he's not watching this, but really my brother, that's what happened with him. Like he was just like passive, nerdy at his computer, and some aggressive bossy woman was like, come on, you nerd, I'm gonna make you have a kid. And he's like, oh, like, okay. And so that was our whole thing, was like, if we just be nice and docile, some aggressive pushy woman could come on and like jump on our dick. When we were in our prime, that worked. Now that I'm not in my prime, there's not even a hope of that. It's just kind of, but when I was in my prime, some fat aggressive ladies came in and said like, come on, nerd. And that's what happened to my dad with my mom. And just, that should basically not happen. That's my conclusion, is basically. And I think people are realizing that. That's why the baby rate is going down. Is because women are like, we know now that like you're not doing anybody any favors. If you sleep with that nerd, the cycle continues. And so you just, nobody's watching this, but if somebody's watching this, probably no one's watching this. If anybody's watching this, it's almost certainly not a woman. But if you are a woman, don't do what my mom did. Don't fall for the pathetic pleas of some incapable nerd guy, because he's not going to be able to function and help you, and then the kid is going to be like a repeat, and you're going to have to pay for him, and he's never even going to make it, and he'll probably like die alone and just need like a lot of money. He's going to be some weakling mama's boy, and just this, and then even if he mates, just the cycle will continue. Those weak, unfuckable, incapable, awful, tedious people that everybody just hates and wishes would die, like me, should just die. They should die alone, and that's what I'm gonna do. And so really just the question now is like, how to do that. So I'm trying these steroids, but it's coming back. It's all coming back. Like I tried steroids. I did steroids a year and a half ago, and I forgot. I always do steroids after enough time that I forgot like how awful it is, and I can feel the testosterone kicking in, and I'm just like, oh, I remember this whole thing. It's just gonna be 6 months of just weird, like I get angry, I'm gonna like yank my little beagle. He's gonna like be a little beagle, and I'm gonna treat him like he's like a human, and I'm gonna like yank him with my steroid arm and like fuck up his neck, or so. I'm gonna get frustrated with my dog, and I'm gonna hurt my dog in a way that's just totally like, what the fuck is wrong with me? And I'm just hopped up on, if I don't take the steroids, I'm gonna be like all weak and crying. And even in my prime, if I was off steroids, it's just gonna be some bossy woman that I'm not attracted to who will push me around. The whole life was just no chance. I never had a fucking chance. And so it just doesn't fucking matter what I do. It doesn't fucking matter. Just get a job. I know, I'm trying. I'll just go get a job. What's the best way to die? What's the best way to get old and die? That's really the name of the game. The really good thing would be to like not drag other people down with these kind of videos, but I can't stand it. I can't stand it. And there's just the fucking walls are closing in. Also, like, it seems really clear that like there really is kind of like no free will. I always say that, but just like I forget. Like, now that I've been live streaming for so long, I forget that like I've been doing this for so long that I'll forget. Like, like years will go by, and then really all I have to do is just look at the video. Like, there's this. I've been live streaming for 10 years, and so now I can visibly see like you were saying and doing the same shit, and then like you've tried the same, like, let's do this, oh, that didn't work, let's do this, and just kind of weaker versions of that, and just meanwhile like older, grayer every year, and just there's no, like, if you could change, I would have changed. It's just gonna be like it was always these same fucking like stupid cycles, and just it sucks to suck. And I just think life is kind of stupid. If I look at life, going back, nobody cares. I'm being cynical. I know there's like a different way to describe this. I know the winners are going to say, I don't know what you're talking about. Life is great. I know. I said that when I felt good about life too, and I know how this goes. But basically, I'm at my lowest low. So I'm gonna say like really shitty shit. It's just if I went back to when I went back to my high school reunion. The cool people are always cool. The cool people are cool. The ugly people are ugly. The social people are social. The strong people are strong. The nerds, the genetics are always there to roost. It never fuck. I know they say like growth mindset, but it didn't. Like, somebody might have fucked up their life with drugs or something like that, but they just got to work with what they got. They got like they got some little rut that they have to like work within. And the whole life is like that. If people could change, then people would be like, you know, they would seem like significantly different in their lifestyle or something than they did 20 years ago. But there's just kind of like, they're mostly this. You talk to those guys from high school, they're mostly like the same type of stuff. And so, anyway. Yeah, this testosterone thing's gonna be a dead end, but I'm a dead end. Yeah, eventually, when like a car gets rusty and shit and it's falling apart, it's time to just like invest in a new car, and they don't do that with people, and I'm already like in that position, and so I'm just gonna keep making these videos saying like, you shouldn't even watch it. Like, I'm like a dead end, and like you're supposed to have a kid. It's so clear. Like, people, there's so many aspects of my life that's like, you fucking fool. Like, you fucking fool. Like, everybody else already knew all this shit. Just being like, just people who are connected with other people, they tell each other this shit. They're like, dude, you better have a kid before you're 40, otherwise you're gonna be stuck in some room like crying all the time, and like nobody's gonna want to fuck you. And they're like, yeah, like, we knew it. We know, Sean. We know that, like, we knew the whole time that like eventually you get old and die, you fool. And so we laid the groundwork for having a wife and kids like fucking 20 years ago. Well, you were like hiding from the world and drawing, being like, I'm gonna be an artist. It was just, the whole life was kind of stupid. And I know they say like, you should be you're responsible for your light in life, but really, like, it kind of just even continues from my parents. I don't care, I'm not trying to be good anymore, but basically, like, my parents like laid the groundwork for this probably even before I was born. Like, my mom was just like, I'm gonna boss around this guy, and I'm gonna have a son, and he's gonna be an artist. And she's like, we'll pay. I was going to college. I remember being, nobody should listen to this, but I remember being like 18, and I was just about to go to college. And I said to my mom, like, I think I should be like a business major. Like, I was talking to people, and they say like, business major is just way more, like, it's a lot smarter for your life. Like, you're gonna have a lot more options for like survival type stuff. Like, I think I should be a business major. My mom's like, no, you should never. You're an artist. That's what you're good at. You major in art. And I'm like, doesn't sound like there's like jobs for artists. And she's like, no, you should. Yeah, that's all you can do. You should just be an artist. And so I was like, okay, mom, you just, mom knows best, and just fucking like, just raped by various colleges, being like, yeah, like, artist, here's a bunch of useless bullshit, here's your $50,000 student debt, good luck. And I was like, there's no jobs. No kidding. The smart people with traditional rational parents they said, you fucking fool. Like, they saw me, you fucking hokey dokey hippie fools. There's no fucking life for an artist who's fucking, you're fucking, I'm like, I was an idiot the whole fucking time too. There was tests, there was just, the whole life was like, you're not, there were signs, there were signs all around, the whole fucking time. Just a smarter person would have been like, this is kind of stupid, but I'm like, let's do it, let's keep going. And now, like 45 is like, oh, there was signs the whole time this was doomed to failure. And now it's just like, no, it's good, it's good. Because I was like still cute and sheltered by my dad, and now it's like no cuteness at all. Old and gray, totally single, totally incapable of dealing with life, or largely incapable, isolated, and just fucking closing in fucking death. And it's like, alright, just fucking. I'll tell you what though, I sure like looking at myself though. there's an attribute, like in all of my shittiness, and I guess like just being everything about me, like if I said everything about me, it's all the bad stuff, like whatever the fuck it is. There's all these things where it's like, do you do this or do you do this other thing? Whatever I do, it's like that's the bad thing. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? Introvert, oh, that's one of the weaker bad people. Are you a provider or a provided for person? I'm more of like a taker provided. That's worse. Are you an abstract thinker or a concrete thinker? Oh, concrete. Oh, that's worse. Just all of it is worse. The only thing that's good about me is like comparatively on spectrums is like I'm tall. Are you tall or short? Tall. Well, that's all right. But everything else is just whatever it is. What are the other polarities? I don't know. Just on and on and on. Are you this type of person or this type of person? I'm that type of person. Oh, that's the worst one. That's the less sexy, less interesting, less good. Just bad guy. Not good. It's not. Are you a team player? Do you play well with others? Or are you more individualized into your own thing? More into my own thing. Oh, that's bad. That's not gonna make money. Not gonna get sex. Not just people don't like that as much. And I'm all those things, with the exception of being tall and having hair. Everything else, or I guess white. White's bad. I don't know, whatever. But just in terms of like advantageous attributes, that's all I got really. Is like tall. What else? Just, and even like it used to be in the 90s, like, are you a nice guy or a bad guy? Nice guy. Now it's like, well, that's bad too. That used to be good in the 90s. It was like, oh, that's good, but they were lying. It was just some Christian bullshit. The truth is like, bad boy, bad girl. That's better. That means you're aggressive and willing to do. Are you aggressive or passive? Oh, definitely more passive. Oh, that's worse. It's just all fucking. I have all the bad things. It just became clear at puberty when my genetics bloomed. I was like, I got a shitty fucking hand that could not have won. Also, like, do you like fat ethnic chicks or do you like blonde supermodels? Blonde supermodels, that's bad because you'll never get those. You should, if you liked fat overweight ethnic chicks, you might have like a mate now. Do you like female women, or do you like bossy, aggressive, dominating women? I really don't like bossy, aggressive, dominating. Oh, that's bad because that's the only woman that would have even taken you. And do you like older women or younger women? I'm not even attracted to older women at all. Oh, well, that's terrible because you have no chance of getting there. And so just the whole life was like, I can't work with this hand. I can pretend for like 2 days, and then it's like, okay, well, here you go. And it's like, I can't handle this. I can't work with it. This isn't working. I'll just fucking go back to your fucking dad's house and die alone. The whole life was like that. The whole life was like, all right, like, let's get you, it's not so bad, like, come on, like, we got this thing, here you go. And it's like, all right, here I go. And it's like, I can't work with it, I can't handle this. Well, back to fucking dad's house, and they'll be like, I'm just gonna hide here and just wait. And okay, now you're old and just there's no options anymore. But if I like, if I could show my whole fucking life, it was just, people would like, if they had like if they had like, it would be clear I never could have done it. There was just so many things where like, here you go, and just like, I don't have the stuff to make that work, and it's like, we can't help you. And it's just like, well, then the whole life was just fucked. The moment I was born, they should have just said, just runt, just incapable, damaged, shitty genetic weakling. Just don't even, they should have just gave me some like video game. When I was a kid, I think my dad kind of just did that. When I was a little kid, my dad just paid for some Nintendo games, because I think he kind of knew. I would imagine my dad, by the time I was born, he was my age. No, he was younger. My dad was like 40, and he probably knew deep down, he had this guilty feeling like, fuck, this kid's gonna be like me. He's just gonna have a lot of like, can't do it, can't do it, can't do it, and just like, I'm not good, I'm not good. And he's like, my dad was probably like, what have I done? And so I think my dad, he sheltered me the whole time. Even when I was a kid, he's like, here's some video games and stuff, and just brace for impact, brace for like a lot of feedback that says not good. And my dad's like, I know. Actually, my whole fucking life, there's been this thing where like, I fail over and over, and then when I walk in the house after my failure, my dad kind of like sits back in his chair with this 80-year-old wisdom, kind of like, I know how it is. I had the same thing. Every little failure of my life, my dad's kind of like, I recognize this failure. Like, I recognize all of these, like, coming out to the real world says, you're not good, you can't connect with us, you're not. And I'm like, I can't do it. And my dad, I come back to my dad's house failing in just any ability to like connect with the real world. When I come crawling back to my dad's like, I know, son, like, I remember the same failures. I remember the same, like, we don't like you, you don't make the cut, you're not good enough, and just taken advantage of by various stronger people. And my dad's like, I know, you can come crying at you can cry in my back room. He's like, that's what I did the later half of my life. Like, and he's like, my dad would probably just tell me that if me and my dad could just exchange, if I could see my dad's mind, I would be like, oh, my dad already did all of this type of shit for his whole life, and he could tell me like, yeah, here's what's next. What's next is like 40 years of burying your head in various books and computers and just trying not to think about death for like 40 years. 40 years of like dog park, weird, like watching the news absorb your mind and shit, trying not to think about death, and just kind of crying inside for like 40 years. He's like, that's what's next. And so my dad's kind of like, he's like, I know, I've done all of this already. So what's my point? Just the cycle continues. And so the women are right. The women are right the whole fucking time to like not fuck me, because you should never, if you're a nerd, you really shouldn't have kids, because if you do, just the cycle will continue. And it's just anyway, there's no ability for me to get a job or have a kid, and I know that it's not, because even if I thought that there was any possibility of doing that, I wouldn't be making these like hopeless, pathetic videos. Because like, even if I had a kid, like deep down I know that I can never do that shit, because I would be scared that like, oh, what if my kid like looks up these videos and sees his pathetic, what if my kid's friends like look up any of these videos and see their pathetic dad crying as a grown man? I would be scared to do that. But I know deep down that like that was never possible. It's definitely impossible now, and even if I did it, I wouldn't be able to handle it. And just all I'm really gonna do is just, and all I'm really gonna do, and all I have been doing, is basically like just coping with the passage of time as I get old and die. That's what I've been doing for like 5 years. Filling the time and occasionally telling myself like, later, I'm learning, I'm gonna have a life eventually. But I was doing that the whole fucking time. And then just get me even close to anything that resembles like a life, and it's like, I can't do it, I can't handle it. And so the whole life was like that. And so It's just I've done all of these cycles so many times. I took steroid. I know how this goes. I took steroids 2 years ago when I had less gray hair, and I was more hopeful and more cute. And now it's fucking over. It's fucking. If I get off the steroids, my neck is too skinny. I guess like if I got off steroids in like 6 months, my hair might grow out. I could dye my hair and just barely look attractive, but there's too much shriveling. There's like these like neck wrinkles and just like old man stuff that's just too old. I can't stand the fucking like oldness, and so I just can't stand the fucking weakness. And so at this point it doesn't really matter. It's just kind of like choose your death. It's all gonna be just different degrees of hopeless, sad, procession to death. I guess there's ways that are less sad. At least I should probably not. I took testosterone. I've tried testosterone like many times. I'm not going to be able to sustain the testosterone. Like if I don't take the testosterone, it's like I'm basically just like skinny and dead and like lying on a mattress. Like Jesus Christ, nobody's listening, right? You shouldn't listen to this. I have nothing to gain or nothing to lose by making this video, and so like I'm not even trying to be like dramatic or anything like that. But like a week ago, like I was just lying on a mattress looking at like some Gavin Newsom video. Just like everything's like cold, gray, dead, demotivated, and like the sunset, the fucking period of time from 5 to 7 is so fucking cold and gray. Like everything's just like, I'm so dead. Even like this seems probably no one's watching this, but this seems pathetic. But actually, this is at least a little life. Like this is so much better. Even as awful as this whole sounds, this is way better than if I don't make a video. If I don't even turn on the live stream video, I'm just lying on a mattress and just like I don't want to do anything, and just the sun goes up, the sun goes down. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying like it's really not like life is really not. It's just that there's no more good stuff, and so there's very little hope. It's always a point. I've done all of this. I've tried everything, and just it's all just worse for me. And so just over and over, I guess the one salvate, like probably no one watches. If you're watching this, my one conclusion I keep coming over and over, even though it's completely impossible for me and I never could have done it. What am I saying? Just it seems very clear to me that like you're like just first of all, I guess like people who can't function in life and have kids, they really should never have been born. They should have been like killed at birth. I don't know, maybe that's an exaggeration, or they should have just done some video game or nerd thing. But then like it makes sense to like have a kid and just like raise the kid. Like there's just kind of a clear thing where it's like you're kind of it just seems like people are kind of like a wasted investment after 40. I'm just like I'm falling apart, and so it's like I guess the right way to do life is to acknowledge that it's like a chain. Pick a strong enough mate to be able to handle the meat hook realities of life, and then have kids, and then like focus on the kids from like 40 till death, and just that's the chain of life. And can you handle that? Can you handle like life as a chain? That traditional shit is really right. Like first, I don't really know what I'm talking about, but it's a broad generalization. First of all, I don't even think like it's totally all within your control anyway. I think a lot of life is just your genetics and like circumstances that are beyond your control. I know you're not supposed to say that, but I will go back to my high school reunion, and it's just kind of clearly that. And what else? I think that the weak should never, they should have just been killed, or just given some, like, they should tell the little weakling people who can't handle shit, just here, play a video game. Like, you're never gonna compete or function in life. Just get really good at StarCraft and don't get out of that video game. And then what? And then the rest of the people, they should say, look, if you can handle the realities of life, you're gonna get good for about 35 years or 30 years, and then you're gonna get bad for another 35 years. And during that bad point, you should have a kid by then, and you should prioritize your kid. Because if you just keep investing in yourself, eventually it's like, this is a wasted investment. This is like, this guy isn't like good anymore. And if you're still trying to sell your goodness, people are like, you're not good, you're worse. And so, and then you think like, well, what the fuck should I even do this for? Like, that's becoming really clear to me too. It's like people now, from now on, people who are my age and stuff, the ones who are like still going and motivated, they have kids. Like, the kid has to be like, all right, you need like this next boost to be like, why should I keep doing shit? Like, why should I have a career? Why should I keep pushing? I got to do it for my kids. But if you're just doing it for like this like fading, dead, hopeless waste case, you're like, this is, I feel like I'm a wasted investment. And so it just seems like you're supposed to have a fucking kid. I don't know if it's a broad generalization, but just like, that seems really clear. Is like, if you have kids, you have a reason to do that shit and keep pushing, because the kid is going to get progressively better. But if you're doing it for yourself from 40 to 45 to 50, it's just like, this isn't working. Like, this is getting worse. This is all getting worse. And so you're just like, whatever. Just, I'll be in my room falling apart and crying. So at which point, just, I don't know. Fucking, whatever. I don't get it. I couldn't do it. It's clearly over and hopeless, and just, if you can do it, I don't know, everything I said could be wrong. Just, I don't know, fucking, just, I don't get it. I don't get how I fucking, but if I look back on my life, I'm just like, it never could have really, I was always fucked. I just the mouth, like, nobody is listening to me, but just my small little shitty, like, weak little teeth. There's so, like, if I look at any of, it's just like, you're not good. The teeth are small, the wrist is small, the mouth is like flimsy, lame, weak shit. It's the whole time, since I was a kid, it's just like, you're bad. You're like, the package is bad. My ex-girlfriend, when we were engaged, her and her friend would joke and say, the seed is bad. They go, this seed is bad, and they're like, that they know. The women know. The women knew the whole time. Your genetics are not good. And I'm like, I know, but like, what do you do? You don't do. You die alone. And I'm like, I know. There's always this like craving. Yeah, you just have to let that craving subside. But you don't do. Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't really matter what you do, because you're not going to be able to do it all the way. You're not going to be able to do it. So what's the point? Yeah, it's kind of like, it's just clearly that. Anyway. What else do you have to say, Sean? It's going to get really like just bleak and dark. It's going to be like straw in mouth, vomit, colostomy bag, shitty mess, mobile home shit, crying, like, or just like brain dead zombie guy, more and more to like the grave. And I don't know.